All right, hey guys, I just wanted to record a video going over the homework. So typically I think what I'll be doing here is we'll do a Google Meet once a week, maybe twice a week. I'll assign book work, activities, maybe outline some notes, and then I'll record these little videos going over activities or book work. And when we do Google Meets, I'll probably go through some of the PowerPoints and notes that I have on whatever chapter we're doing. So this will be quick, always less than 10 minutes, or around 10 minutes is what I'm trying to get. So here we go. So this is due today. And let's see. Actually, I think it was 1 through, sorry guys. I think it was 1 through 15, something like that. Let's see, classwork due today. Let's see. That's weird. Yeah, 1 through 15. Yeah, here we go. All right, so number of bones in the body increases from the time of birth to adulthood. That is true. Let's see here. Oh wait, geez, increase. No, it decreases, right? It's like 200 something. 200 and what is it again here in the book here? Hold on, guys. Sorry. I'm a little out of it right now. I should have waited to record. I was just doing a whole bunch of other stuff. Way back here, it says something about 270 for a baby grows to, when they grow, it's 206, right? So anyways, in the PowerPoint it said 400 and something when they're born. So decrease. So that's false. 2, bones that break when someone is still alive tend to break unevenly, where bones broken long after death show clean breaks. That is true. 3, because bones can heal, bone fracture is no longer evident after 10 years. That is definitely false. You can tell where the bone came back together and ossified and healed. 4, mitochondrial DNA and analysis of skeletal remains can be used to establish individual identity. That is false. Let's see here. Right here. It talks about nuclear DNA is degraded. Mitochondrial DNA, which is more plentiful and durable, may be analyzed. The result of mitochondrial DNA analysis cannot establish individual identity, but it can find individuals with common maternal relatives. Y chromosome tracing can indicate individuals in the same paternal line. So there's that. Multiple choice. 5 is D. Refer to figure 14-16 in the text for estimating age using bones based on the following characteristics of a set of skeletal remains. Which estimate best represents the age of the deceased? So femur head fused to shaft, so that indicates older age, right? It says 14-16. So we gotta go back here. Whoop. Right here, right? So approximate age here. Femur head fuses to shaft. So 16 to 18, right? So fused to shaft, so that's definitely between 16 and 18, right? And then clavicle and sternum closed. Clavicle and sternum closed. So 22 to 30, we're getting older. Lambdoidal suture closed. And that begins 21, ends at 30. And then it says coronal structure closed, coronal structure 50, right? So that would be the oldest one there, so at least 50. Which is the most reliable bone to determine sex of a skeleton? C, pelvic bone. And if you had the Google Meet the other day, which was only about 5 of you, but that's definitely very different between males and females. Females are broader, more curved, and because of the location of the body, and women need to carry babies if they have babies. 7, which ethnic back tend to have a round nasal cavity, rectangular, and some degree of prognathicism. So 7 is B, African. So that was, where the heck is it here? Right here. So this kind of explains it, right? So African, rectangular, prognathic, nasal opening, round. Okay. Forensic anthropology noticed that a skeletal remains exhibited the following traits: wide subpubic angle, a sacrum curved outward, no visible growth plate, porous bones, consistent with this characteristic. 8, let's see, is D. So yeah, it's female because of the wide subpubic angle, and the sacrum is curved outward. So it's got to be A, C, or D. And it says porous bones. So that's osteoporosis. So that's why it would be female over 30. Let's see here. 9B. What connects muscle to bone? Yeah, tendon. Okay. 10. Make sure you can still see this over here. Yeah. 10. Compare and contrast the following. Let's see. Growth plate and cartilaginous line. The growth plate is a region of cartilage between the shaft of a long bone and the bone caps. Ossification continues. The growth plate gets smaller. The growth plate eventually is replaced by bone, leaving just the line where the cartilage was. So again, growth plate is a region of cartilage between shaft of a long bone and the bone caps. As ossification continues, the growth plate gets smaller. The growth plate eventually is replaced by bone, leaving just the line where the cartilage was. Photographic superimposition and craniofacial reconstruction. Photographic superimposition is the projection of a photograph or video over skeletal remains to compare the video or photograph with the skull. It is used to confirm the identity of a person. Craniofacial reconstruction uses the tissue depth method, which involves a layer of clay over a model of a person's skull to produce a three-dimensional image of the missing person's head and face. It is intended to provide leads, and that's what this page here talks about. Okay, right here. These two things here. So two kind of different things, but both trying to figure out what they look like. C, the teeth found in the skeletal remains of a 4-year-old child and teeth found in an 8-year-old child, right? So if you go to the teeth section here, all right, and it talks about the ages here. When teeth come in, that's in months. When they fall out, so 6 to 8. So right, so if you have a 4-year-old and an 8-year-old, there's going to be different things happening here. So 4-year-old will have all of his or her baby teeth. 8-year-old will have lost the front top and bottom baby incisors, as well as the lateral top and bottom baby incisors and first molars. Some adult teeth may be present, including the top and bottom front incisors, lateral incisors, and first molars. So I wouldn't know all that off the top of my head. I would have to use this as well. Bottom line is 4-year-old, I have one. She has all her baby teeth. 8-year-old, you start losing teeth here. 6 to 8, 7 to 8, and then, teeth can come in as well around that. Some of the adults start to come in. So that's the big difference there. 11, summarize the process of ossification in terms of cartilage. All right. Many of the baby bones are composed of cartilage that is replaced by bone during ossification. A growth plate is an area of cartilage found at the cap of a bone and is the site of growth. As the bone becomes ossified, the growth plate becomes smaller and eventually bone fuses at the site of growth plates. 12, describe how different levels of isotopes